I've got a simple web page here that contains only one clickable button. You can see the structure of the web page here. It has a few styles and basically a container and this button, and I've got one line of JavaScript basically that says that when you click this button, we want to show an alert that says hello. So how do we make this click happen automatically? Well, the first thing that we need to do is open our console, and you can do that by pressing F12 and then navigating to the console tab, or I think directly you could do it by pressing Shift or Control Shift J. Oh yeah, Control Shift J works, but I don't know why it's opening it in a new window. I'm more used to the F12, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open the console. And what we want to do now is we want to find this element by ID. So we're gonna say const button. I don't know. Let's use btn. Why do I change it just for the tutorial? Okay. Document dot get element by ID, and we know that the ID of this element is click me, which is this button. So I'm just going to put it here, and then, well, yeah, we're gonna press enter, and you can actually check if the statement that you just wrote and executed is produce anything. You can actually type in btn, and it's going to show you here in this suggestions or whatever this is that it actually did store something in this variable. So I think in fact you can even press enter and reach this element. Like, it'll literally pull it out of the HTML for you. But yeah, the next thing that we want to do is call the click method, call the click function, and that's pretty straightforward, and that's pretty much all there is to it. JavaScript in the browser offers you a click function that you can just use to simulate a click, and there you have it. We have our alert right here. I'm also going to show you a real life example of this where and this is what this video is actually inspired by. I'm going to minimize my VS Code for now and expand this a little bit. So there's this website called PDF to go, and I sometimes use this to basically split PDFs. What else would I use it for? So what we're gonna do is we are going to get a file a test file that I've created here. It's a large document, okay? And I'm gonna show you why we need automatic JavaScript clicking in this situation. Okay, I'm gonna let it finish uploading, and it should take us to another page. Oh yeah, there we go. So here you can see that I've got like 27 pages. I think there was one time where I had like 50 pages or something. But say you wanted to like remove some pages from here, and say you had like 50 pages. 25 doesn't seem like too much still, but imagine if you had like 50 pages and you had to go through, or even more, and you had to go through them and you had to like click through everything. Okay, I want to remove pages 17 to 55. Are you gonna click like 35 times? I don't know. It's up to you, depending on what you'd like to do. For me, I was pretty curious, and I thought, hey, can I maybe click all of these buttons all at once? And what do you know, it's actually possible. So what you want to do here is press F12, and then you want to go to the inspector tab, or you can just right click and then inspect. Actually, that's a very direct method, and maybe you should actually do that. So go on any of the delete buttons here and click inspect. It doesn't have to be the exact page that you want to delete, but basically here you see that there's this delete button. This element, this button has a class of delete button, and that makes it very convenient for us, because now we can go to the console and we can say const delete buttons, and we can get all of the delete buttons. Okay, so we can say document get elements by class name, and we can put in delete button here, and then we can confirm if we actually got, if that statement was actually successful by doing this. And it's got a bunch of delete buttons here, so we can check the length. So the length is 28, and you'll notice that there were 27 pages, but the length is 28, which means that there might be some extra element for, I don't know, whatever reason. Maybe the structure of the page is not perfect. So what you can do here is actually type this out, and then when you get this HTML collection, you can actually look for yourself. Okay, this is the first one, which is indexed 1, but then 0 is actually nowhere to be found. You can see all of them actually point to somewhere on the page, but the 0th element is not really there. You wouldn't really click. I mean, if you click the 0th element, I don't think anything would happen. So next thing what we want to do is convert this into an array. So we'll say delete buttons array. We can use let here because we're going to change this afterwards, and we'll use the spread operators in JavaScript to basically convert this HTML collection into an array. So we're going to say delete buttons, and that will give us our array, delete buttons array. We've got 28 still. And then if we want to remove the first element, we can use the shift method in JavaScript to remove the first element. And now when you type this again, it'll say it has 27 buttons basically in that array. So I guess we can keep this easy, but what you want to do is basically let's say that you wanted to remove all of the pages that have even numbers. Okay, so we can use the for each method. So it's an array. We can use the for each method to basically go through every one of them and decide whether we want to click them or not. So we've got our button here and our index, and then we can actually say if the index is an even number, then we just want to click that button, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so I'm gonna press enter now, and you can watch the magic happen. So all the even numbers here have been clicked. We can actually now also do all the odd numbers if we wanted to. Ooh, what, that just disappeared? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Enter. Okay, we've got everything now, and if we wanted to undo everything, we can just click them again. Click everything again, and it's all gone. And pretty much inside that function, you can look at each index and decide, okay, is this page the one that I want to, you can put a range or something if you want, like you could say if I is greater than, say you wanted to delete pages from like 2 to 7, okay? If I is greater than 2 and if I is less than or equal to 7, we are going to click. I don't know if these ranges are gonna like work or not based on the 0 indexing or whatever. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we did okay, so this is 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we did work. It did work with the 0 index. We could do instead of that, yeah, I guess 1 and 6 would have been the correct one, but it's just 0 indexing stuff. The main idea is that we were able to click the buttons, and voila. Let me know in the comments if you had any questions, or if you any thoughts or any questions. If you want me to make a video about a certain topic that you're interested in or curious about, feel free to put that in the comments as well. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.